Before we begin, it is imperative that you understand what environment variables are. Environment variables are like boxes in your computer's memory where your system stores information. Like for example, an environment variable named home in all caps stores your current home directory. You can read the environment variables with echo, then followed by adding the $sign preceded with the name of the variable, like in this case echo $sign home in all caps prints out /home/Omer, which is the address of my home folder. To increase the size of your ZSH history aka .zsh_history file and effectively manipulate it, you need to understand two environment variables. One is HISTSIZE and the other is SAVEHIST. HISTSIZE and SAVEHIST are closely related yet serve different purposes. If you want to set the number of commands you can access in your ZSH history, you have to change the number of both these variables. Let's say you set both to 20,000. Now you can store 20,000 commands in your ZSH history. But you might be wondering, what is the difference between HISTSIZE and SAVEHIST? Well, HISTSIZE is RAM aka random access memory related, and SAVEHIST on the other hand is physical storage related. Basically, the number set in HISTSIZE is the number of commands that get taken from your ZSH history file and loaded into the RAM. This is why you are able to access the commands using up and down arrow or search the commands with Ctrl+R key combo, because you're accessing them directly from your RAM. On the other hand, the number set in your SAVEHIST is the number of commands that are written to your physical drive when you exit the terminal and are done with the session. If the number of commands stored in your ZSH history file is already at its max capacity, then the first/oldest commands from your file are removed to make room for new commands. Head over to your .zshrc file. I'm using NeoVim to edit the file. You can use any text editor for this operation. Copy and paste this text I'm pasting here from the description of the video. Here basically we are exporting our two variables, HISTSIZE and SAVEHIST. You start off the lines with the word export because you want your shell to load up these variables in its memory every time we are using ZSH. The lines above each command are simply comments that explain what is being done. Comments get ignored by the shell, by the way. They are only there to explain things. You can change the numbers to whatever you like. I'm gonna set both numbers to 25,000. Save and close the file. Now let's source the .zshrc file so the variables can be used by the shell. You can also just close the terminal and open it again instead of sourcing the .zshrc file, by the way. Subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.